A conservation easement is a voluntary, legal agreement to restrict certain uses of a property in order to protect its conservation values.
Those values can be natural landscapes such as wetlands, grasslands, forests, but they can also be agricultural working landscapes such as rangelands for cattle grazing or even food crops such as California rice.
Easements in rice are going to be an important tool for us to be able to keep rice in rice instead of going to other crops that don't provide the habitat for migratory water birds that rice does.
Over here you see a growing rice field during the summer months. During the summer months, this creates brood habitat for our locally nesting mallard populations. Come the fall, it's going to get all flooded to help decompose all of that thatch to get it ready to start again for the next rice growing season. And at that time, it's going to create awesome habitat for waterfowl to come in to forage on waste grain. And what we're trying to do is protect it from turning into something like this, turning into a walnut orchard or a permanent crop that has little to no benefit to waterfowl. If they're looking for wetlands, they're looking for open water to be able to stop and rest and loaf. And when they come down and see orchards, unfortunately, that's not something that's going to be very helpful to them.
The first conservation easement that was established on Montana Farms is located right along Highway 99, which would be an area where we would be concerned about future development for industrial or commercial use. Now it's permanently protected.
Being the first rice farm family to do an easement that protected the agricultural value as well as the environmental winter waterfowl benefits that our easement contains was very important to our family. This ranch was purchased by my grandparents almost 100 years ago, and the vision was to protect the home ranch and protect it for the next 100 years. We are a rice family, and we wanted that to continue. But we also felt it was very important that the beauty that's here in the winter and the habitat that's here in the winter is always here.
I hope the Sacramento Valley continues to be this mosaic of wetlands that have the water they need and functioning rice fields that are providing habitat for the water birds and food for the fish.
Protecting rice lands in a conservation easement leaves a legacy. It leaves an area where all of us can come and see these great concentrations of birds that use these areas during the winter time.
Conservation easements are extremely important for preserving our functioning ecosystems. Without functioning ecosystems, we don't have anything to protect the crops that we grow. We don't have anything to protect the air that we breathe, the food that we eat. This affects everyone. California is the largest food producing region in the United States. And if we don't have functioning landscapes, we're not going to have functioning farmland, and we're not going to have food to feed people.
We should all be concerned about sustainable agriculture and wildlife habitat, because that's an indication of a healthy ecosystem, which benefits all of us.